Welcome back, girls and guys, and we are at my favorite circuit, Suzuka Japan. This is Yuki's home circuit. Will Yuki surprise us this weekend? So let's get on to some of the circuit stats. We have 53 laps, one DRS zone, a long main straight. We have 5.87 kilometers circuit length. We have about 307 kilometers of race distance, and the lap record holder here is Lewis Hamilton with 1 minute and 30 seconds. This track has a lot of corners, so we are going to see this track eating the tires. It has 18 corners. It has the famous S's and then the Dunlop curve and 2 Degner corners, and this track is probably the only track that crosses over each other. Guys, this is such a fun track. I really love it. So this track is a high downforce track, and because of the high deg on the tires, Pirelli is giving their hardest tires. So we're going with the C1 as the hardest, C2 and C3 as the softest, and most teams do 2 pit stops, going with 2 mediums and possibly 1 hard for the end of the race. There's definitely a high chance of a safety car because we have the gravel and grass run off straight into the barriers, and the rookies, if they have not driven here before or if they've done it once or twice, it's going to be quite difficult to get used to this track. Like I said, it's extremely high speed track. Last year Max was going at 324 kilometers an hour. The older drivers will know this track well, and the rookies may cause some issues. Let's hope the accidents are not too bad and we don't actually have to call out a safety car. Right, so going on to the team. Of course, big news coming out that Yuki is with Red Bull now and Liam is with Racing Bulls. Let's just start with Racing Bulls for now. So Liam has quite a lot of experience here at this track because he used to drive Super Formula here, and also the Racing Bull car, as we know, is much easier to drive, and he has experience in here. So he may actually do well here. We need to actually get to Bahrain and the other circuits to really see how well he will do in the Racing Bulls going forward. Isaac may have some issues because he is a rookie on this track, but so far he's been driving very well. Then let's get to Red Bull. So of course Yuki now joins Max, and Max has generally done very well here. So we know the Red Bull doesn't like all those corners, and their tire management is super important here. Yuki has said he's driven in the sim. He's found the car not to be too bad. There are some sticky issues for him, but he feels he's going to be on podium. Guys, I'm looking at Yuki this race and how well he's doing. I actually don't really care about anybody else. I just want him to do really well. And being his home race, it would be amazing if he can get on the podium. But even if he can just stay in the top 10, I think that would be the most amazing thing for him. So I'm backing Yuki. Guys, if you're betting on this, let's bet Yuki as a wild card. You should make some money. Then I want to talk about the midfield. Now, generally, I always loved Alpine. I'm not sure what's going on with Alpine at the moment. There are car issues. Gasly seems to be struggling. I love Gasly. And Jack, I just feel... Look, I think this is going to be a hard race for Jack with all those turns, the high speeds. And look, I just hope that he doesn't crash the car because these guys just don't have money to keep on replacing cars. So for me at the moment, Alpine is not really midfield or not really doing well in the midfield at the moment. But Williams is. Williams is doing really well. Yes, Sainz looked slow last week and he was struggling a bit, but Albon is doing really well. And then, of course, with the disqualifications, the Sainz did get points, and Williams has actually scored so many points as it did last year. So they finished the year last year on 17, and they already scored 17. So I think they're doing really well. Williams is always good in the main straight. Generally, their car is quite adaptable. We just know they need more power like the Mclaren and that kind of thing, and they will do really well. So I'm wishing Williams well this time. And hopefully Sainz can do well here because he actually came third last year. So I think he knows the track well, and I think he could fare quite well. Then let's get on to Mercedes. So Mercedes is quite a mixed bag for me at the moment. You guys know I was a Mercedes fan and I knew the ins and outs of that car. And the car seems to be running quite well. The pace is there as well. They're managing to keep up in like the top three, top two, top three, 4 kind of situation. And George is doing well, but for me, you guys know, I feel George is right time, right place. Maybe he should fly under the radar and doing his work, right? Kimi may struggle a little bit here, but Kimi does have like very good experience, so I think he could do well. The Mercedes car always runs well in the cold, we know that. So let's see what happens in Japan. I do think Kimi may struggle. Let's get on to Ferrari, my new team. Last week was just not great for us. Yes, Lewis won the sprint. It was absolutely fantastic. Ferrari's first sprint win. And everything looked amazing on Saturday. Everything was like in the right place, all that kind of thing. And then Sunday, they just, I don't know, Sunday everything turned upside down. Charles' wing broke off. He was actually quite fast with the front wing that broke off, but he did say he lost some power to the car. Lewis seemed to be struggling a bit, but when they get to Suzuka, they are bringing a new floor for both cars. And obviously they're tightening up all the issues with the underweight, all of that kind of thing. So Ferrari has done well here. In 23, Charles is on podium. And like I said, 24, Sainz is on podium. I feel that in the sprint, we saw that pace that they needed. But on Sunday, their pace was off. And I just feel if they put everything together, the good race pace that they have, they obviously need more. Every car wants more. They have race pace and their tires, put everything together. I really think Ferrari can do well. Let's just hope they've just sorted out the issues. And let's get on to everybody's favorite at the moment, McLaren. So McLaren, like I said, adaptable car to any circuit at the moment. They really are doing well. Oscar won, of course, and everybody is happy. And I think there's also so much pressure on Lando because from the beginning of the year, everybody's asking him, is he going to win the championship? I'm kind of like, let's just calm down here because we've got a long season to go. Anything can happen. I'm not saying he's not going to win it. I feel like there's so much pressure on these guys that they take that with them to the car. There's so much that can really work on them. I think let's leave the guys alone. Let's just let them race. Of course, this is clickbait. You know, the media loves clickbait and all that kind of stuff. I do think McLaren is going to do very well here. In 2023, Max won, and then it was Lando and Oscar. So they are pretty experienced in Suzuka, and I don't see anything that could possibly go wrong for them. Also, just regarding Yuki, once again, this week is not a sprint weekend, so Yuki has those 3 practice sessions to really dial in the car and get used to it. So look guys, I think Red Bull can do well, especially if Yuki can stay up there. Now on to my predictions. So for pole, I'm going to go with Lando. For the winners, I'm going to say McLaren, P1, P2, and P3. I wish it's Yuki, but it may just be a George Russell. But I'd love it to be Charles or Lewis. So I'm very sort of up in the air. If you want to go with what most people are betting on, they're probably going with McLaren, Mercedes, and then Red Bull. That some people feel that Max may struggle here. So yeah, that's my prediction, guys. Have an awesome weekend, guys. We're running early times again. Like, we just can't get out of the early sessions. I will post the times for you. Guys, have an awesome one. And also check out my podcast on my YouTube channel. And like, share, subscribe, do all those awesome things. Repost this if you want to. And if you're watching this on TikTok, guys, join my Facebook page. On the weekends, when we're doing practice and quali and in the race, we have some heated discussions over on Facebook. So join us there on the day and let's hear what you're thinking during the race. Stay safe, guys, and have an awesome one. Bye.